talking about my past is not something that I normally do. In fact, it's actually something that I've hidden for such a long time. So when someone asks me, tell us what actually made you unstoppable, well, it really comes down to what happened when I was a young person, when I was a young girl. You know, my father, most people don't know this, was a drug addict. And he left my mom and I when I was 3 years old. However, the first 3 years of my life were the most challenging. In fact, I didn't even know that I remembered it until I started doing some work and some deep diving and like past life regression and really deep diving into some of the Pandora's box that I had been holding inside for a long time. I actually didn't think that it was affecting me. However, the moment of my father leaving and knowing that he was always choosing drugs over myself and my mother, I remember those things. And I remember the day that we left. It was like complete chaos. My mom's crying, and it's like, here's this 3-year-old little girl wondering what's going on and why your dad is leaving. And I remember that moment. It was the day that I think I made a choice that I needed to be someone that was going to protect and didn't need help. So I became that strong one. My mom was really young. She was only like 20 some years old, and she was helpless. And I remember going, it's okay, Mom, everything's gonna be okay. However, those times in our lives that happen to us, we think that they help us. And it did, it helped me being that strong warrior-like throughout all of my 20s, 30s, and earlys into the 40s. But then I realized that that wasn't really serving me because I blocked being able to accept and bring in love, bring in others. And so when you start to understand this, you see what made me unstoppable were all those things that happened to me. And I'm grateful that it happened. However, I think addressing it and really starting to realize what it was and healing those backgrounds or healing those that trauma is what helps release you to be completely free. And so my past is what's made me unstoppable, but the work that I'm doing now is making me even more powerful. And now it's the first time that I'm actually sharing some of those times and those incidences happened to me. So hopefully I can help others realize those things that they may have put in a Pandora's box and let them know it's okay to start addressing it and then peeling the layers so that you can totally be unstoppable.